Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to Maverick Gaming. I'm your host, Maverick. And what we got going on here is this is my first video, and I forgot to record voice for this. It comes in a little bit later in the video. But what we got going on here is this is going to be our Let's Play game. We're going to try to do it as realistic as possible. I'm not going to get too crazy doing some of the crazier things everybody else does. But what we have here is like a steer backgrounding operation that we're shooting for. We will buy little calves and then raise them up and ship them off, keep them a couple months. But we'll do some grain as well and hay, and maybe get in some more, more stuff like that. But what we got going on now is I'll just give you a little bit of a voiceover for here. We're getting ready to feed them. Feed them in the morning and feed them in the evening. So we will go through, feed them here, and then a little bit later on we'll get into some other stuff. And like I said, we get the actual in-game voice going later on. When I remember to turn my microphone on, I had the microphone shut off. But yeah, so I guess I could give you a little bit about the channel since this is the first video. What we're going to do is mainly farming simulator, do some somewhat realistic let's plays, and we'll do some mod reviews and stuff like that. We might get into doing some trucking simulator. I have American Truck Simulator I play a little bit of, and maybe get into some other games, but it'll be primarily farming simulator. We'll see what it deviates to after that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy everything, and hope everything goes well with this channel. I'm not a big gamer. Just do simulators here and there and stuff like that. I have other YouTube channels because they actually do farming and stuff. Have somewhat of a hobby farm going on here, and do stuff like that, mechanic videos and stuff. So I don't have a lot of time to game because I do have a full-time job, so I'll do it when I can and try to make the best of it. So I don't do a lot of modding. Actually, I don't do any modding. With 19 we did I did a little bit of editing on one of the maps. That was about it. I'd like to learn to fix mods that are broken. There's a couple mods in this game that we're playing that have issues. The beef barn has a little bit of an issue, and one corn planter has a little bit of an issue. There's a grain drill I would like to use that has issues. So I just like to be able to fix stuff like that. So when I do figure that out, probably make some videos on it, because there's not a lot of videos out there about people making mods or fixing mods or anything like that. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll get back to some in-game talking here shortly. Alright, how's everybody doing? I just realized that I didn't have my mic on while I started this video. So maybe we'll do a voiceover when I do the editing for this. But in case we don't, which if I'm doing this, we might as well not. You've seen that we fed the cows, and I took you on a little equipment tour there. We are now cutting hay. This is one of our hay fields, and across the street's the other one. But to give you a little info what's going on here, we got 200 head of beef cattle, 100 Limousin and 100 Angus, and we're going to keep those until they're a few months old, and then we'll sell them and get some more and do like a backgrounding kind of deal. That's what we're shooting for as our storyline here. Do a little bit of grain farming and hay. So you can follow along as we play this little series out and do all that. We're going to do somewhat realistic, about as realistic as we can without getting too nitpicky. I don't want to get super nitpicky, but I don't want to be super unrealistic. We do have some mod issues that we're going to have to deal with. The cattle barn doesn't use straw. You can put straw in it, but it doesn't use it. So it's actually got like 20,000 liters of straw in it. And it's still producing manure, but it's not using straw. So you probably won't see me use the straw blower, even though we have it. Whoop, I missed a little bit here. Even though we have it, because there's no need to use it unless that gets fixed, which I brought it up to the mod creator on his Facebook page, and he says it needs to have slurry to be able to use the straw, and he took slurry out, but he might fix it. So we'll do that if that happens. Our second mod conflict that I can remember is the 7,000 John Deere corn planter. It's set up for liquid fertilizer, but it doesn't take liquid fertilizer for some reason. It only fills with solid fertilizer. So we'll have to deal with that little inconsistency there, but it is what it is. I like the corn planter, like the way it looks, and I don't want to have to use a different one. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix mods that have issues. I've never done anything like that. About the only thing I did was on Farming Simulator 19. I edited a map a little bit just to make it a little bit better for me, but that's about all I did. So, because I would like to fix the corn planter, and we have that Great Plains turbo till that the cultivation script or whatever is set far back on it and not right at the front, so it kind of looks weird and it's offset a little. I'd like to fix that. There's also a John Deere no-till grain drill that I don't have in this series yet, but it was in FS19, and when it was converted it lost its color or something. When I was doing testing on it, it doesn't have any color. It works good, it's like pure white because there's no color to it. So I'd like to fix that and use that instead of the little grain drill that we have. But I don't like any of the in-game grain drills for this map because there's not really any American style ones that are small enough for the size farm that we're going for. But I had all this farm originally set up. We had a John Deere 9510 combine and a 12-row corn head and a 12-row Kinsey planter, and then I decided I wanted to go a little bit smaller. I'm a fan of the smaller combines. We got a 7700 John Deere, and I'd like to fix the corn head for that, make it a little bit wider to match the planter better, and or shrink the planter up a little bit to make them fit a little bit better. But I just like the looks of the littler farm equipment better. I wish the grain handling system was a little bit smaller. It's a little big for this size of farm, I think, but it's all we have to get by with now until more mods come out. And maybe we'll change the map up a little bit, but for now, this is what we're doing. And let's keep it this way. Hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, we're going to shoot for most realism we can get without being too crazy. You know, I still want to be able to enjoy the game and not have to do a bunch of editing and do a bunch of stuff behind the scenes and things like that. I thought about doing it that way, and as I was building this farm, doing stuff, it was starting to be that way, and then I decided, you know what, I want to enjoy it. I have this map set up way more different than I would do normal save games if it was just me not wanting to record, but I decided I wanted to do this one up really nice, so I put a lot of time into this. You can see a lot of the equipment has hours on it. That's because I don't know how to do enough modding and game hacking, I guess you'd call it, to get stuff just right. So I actually played this game and set a lot of stuff up. The fields have been plowed and laid out to the shapes that they are, all by actually plowing them and doing that stuff. You'll see off to the edge over here some of the grass is growing. That's because I had everything laid out, and then I decided I wanted a grain handling system. So I put the grain handling system in, and I had to rework the edge of the field, and that's how it was. So the reason we're starting in May is it took me a while to get everything set up and laid out, and I wanted to start you guys off with planting, but it was April before I realized it, and I had to get the oats planted because I didn't get any wheat planted in the time to plant wheat. So the only thing I could plant that would yield me any straw would have been oats, and you can't plant that in May. May's the cutoff. It's got to be done in April, and it snuck up on me, so I did all that off screen and did all the planting because there would have only been one more day to plant corn and soybeans, because we're going to be mainly a corn, soybeans, oats, wheat kind of farm. Do some hay. We're not going to do any crazy stuff, no grapes, olives. Might do some other actual grains, but we're going to keep it somewhat realistic for the region that we're in, you know, Midwestern United States. So I'm actually in Ohio, from Ohio, so some of this stuff will be very similar to what we do around here. And a lot of the equipment will be based off equipment that I've actually used or have or fit the area. Our FFA chapter used to run a 6600 John Deere and a 6620 John Deere, so that's why we leaned towards the 7700. I do small square hay in real life, so I wanted a small square baler. I don't do any round bales yet, but we're getting there. I would like to get a 4020 mod somewhere. We have a 4010 and a 2010 loader tractor, John Deere. So it would be nice to get some stuff like that. We run a Gleaner F combine. Used to have a Gleaner M2. I know towards the end of FS19, Gleaner Combine did come out. You could brand it as a M or an L series, which was neat. So we went with these series John Deeres because this is one of series of John Deeres that I like. They were like the premium series. You had a 6030 premium series was styled like this tractor, and that's I'm not a huge John Deere fan in real life. But that was one of the series that I liked, and decided I wanted to go with that in game. I'd much rather have Massey Ferguson's or Internationals, but John Deere's work good in game. And then throughout this series we will maybe upgrade equipment or get bigger. I haven't decided which route I want to go with it, if I want to stay small or if I want to progressively get bigger. I don't really care for too big a farm on this game. I like the smaller farms. I really like the European style maps because they're smaller fields closer together. I like that feel where they're a little bit more widespread and bigger field. I chose this area up this way because of the smaller fields, and it was a good area to set up. You're kind of up on a hill, and I like that. That was one thing I was worried about too when I was setting this farm up, is if I would really like that small of a combine and corn planter that we'd be used to planting in our little seeder. But I mean, I don't like for stuff to take forever to get done, but we're gonna try her out. So anyways, I'll quit talking for a little bit, let you guys kind of know what we're going to be doing, and you can watch me mow this field. I might speed it up for a little bit, and then we will ted this field, rake it, and bale it, and see where we get from there. Alright, we got our hay mowing wrapped up here, and I was thinking about it. I think that little field over there, we're going to do grass bales to make into silage. Do like a first cut silage, and then we'll do a second cut silage later on. I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll go over here, take our mower back, and do some rearranging in the shed to get a rake and a baler out, and a tedder. I think we might as well leave this out for right now. We'll go get the other tractor out. And once you put it on the baler, it needs fuel too. We'll get it hooked up and get her fueled up. park this guy right here for right now. Get back in this tractor. Get the rake out. And then we'll do some raking. Alright, now we'll do some baling. This baler, you can't change the size of the bales. They are what they are. It takes a special loader, auto loader to load them, and a special silage wrapper to wrap them because they're bigger. $7,500 liters, which is big. Go over here and get this little bit. I think we'll go bale up enough of a windrow to get the last little grass bale out of here. Setup looks real good. Okay, I'm gonna take it over to the other field to unload it. I'm gonna park this guy here. Go back over to the other tractor and we'll go get a hay tedder out of the barn and ted the hay. Okay, we're all done with that tedding now. We'll go put the tedder back, hook the rake back up, and do some raking. Shouldn't need the little square baler at all. Not till the next time. We'll do square bales in the next round, so I might actually just back this tedder in right over here. Move some stuff around, you know. this guy back up. We'll go put him away. Something like that. Why don't we tuck that hay mower back in there while we're here? If we move the longer implements off to the side a little bit more and put that baler in there, that'll give us a little bit more room right in the middle of the barn to get the tractors and stuff in. A little too close there. Beautiful. We'll take this tractor, go hook up to our little bale trailer that we have hiding over here under the shade tree. These grass bales will probably just move with the telehandler over to the wrapper instead of putting them on a bale trailer. Now we need to go make some hay. Make this rocky bale first. Alright, we are done baling here, and I noticed that our hay bales are 9,000 liters. That's cool, I just noticed I could open that. Our hay bales are 9,000 liters, where our grass bales are 7,500 liters, so it'll be interesting to see what our straw bales will be when we bale straw with this. Because I only ever tested it on grass just because that's what I had at the time. So we'll put this guy back in the barn and start picking bales up. We'll get our gator out here. We need to get the wrapper moved out. And we'll just park the gator over here. Get this thing set up. And it should be ready. Grab our telehandler here. And we are going to take, let's see, I want to take these forks off. I can bring 2 over at a time. Can't do that with these ones. I have these other forks over here. I believe everything I have, made sure I got front loader attachments. I think there's only one. Maybe it's telehandler. No, they're all front loader attachments. Just so that way I could go between the tractor and the telehandler. I got an adapter for the telehandler. That way I didn't have to have 2 of everything if I wanted to do something with the tractor or the telehandler. We'll go get our farthest ones first. Didn't back out far enough. There we go. Ooh. We might have to get a bigger telehandler. I got the smaller telehandler because I liked the size of it. Didn't really want a huge one. Bales are huge. I didn't realize they were this big. So what we'll do, we'll set them down and pick up one at a time. Be interesting to see what it does with the hay bales. Then we'll be picking up one at a time, just because we'll be putting them on that wagon. And actually, I'll probably put that wagon on the other tractor, so that way I can use the loader to unload them there at the farm. These are a mouthful even for the wrapper. Now, like I said, that is a redesigned, or not a redesigned, but a special made wrapper for these bales. I don't know if it would accept regular bales or not, you know, if you wanted to buy just one, if you ever wanted to upgrade balers. Let go. There we go. I guess I'll have to do a test on it. Okay, so we'll take this tractor and we will put the bale forks on it. Actually, we're going to use the tractor. We're just going to unhook the wagon each time to load, so that way I can pick them up higher and stack them in the barn with the telehandler. Hopefully, because I haven't tried it with a loader tractor, hopefully I can pick them up without the weights. Oh yeah, pick one up for sure. I guess that's all we need to pick up. Let's see how they work on this bale trailer. And voila, we have it loaded. Now I'm just curious to see what it straps. Okay, it won't strap the two middle ones. $72,000 liters here of hay. So get these unloaded. Should have picked that up with the other side. We're going to need to get that bucket out of the way. And the other 2 bales out of the way. Look at the size difference between the bales. These are 4,500 liters, I think. Yeah, 2 of these make one of them. I grabbed 2 and I didn't want to do that. There we go. I got that one with the bottom spear. Park this. Let's go get another load on the tractor. It is 7 o'clock. I suppose we better feed all the steers. So we'll get this guy fired up. Pull down. And turn it on. And then I need to get to these bales. Like how that bale's still stuck up there. We'll let that mix up for a little bit since we put that bale in there. We'll go put the gator back. A little bit later than I wanted to feed the cows, but we were busy getting bales, so it won't hurt them too bad. Yeah, see, we still got plenty of room to go as far as filling the feeder up. Let's see what our ratio looks like. Well, the ratio still looks good. We're actually a little heavy on grass, which I'd expect, so Alrighty, and I think with that, go over here and close the barn doors. We'll leave that tractor out. We'll unload them bales in the morning. Call her a day. Give us something to do tomorrow. Get up, feed the cows, and unload that hay, and go do some crop scouting. See if we need to do any spraying or anything. If we do any spraying, we'll borrow a sprayer from the co-op, or fertilizer spreader from the co-op, depending on what we got to do. So, anyways, we'll catch you guys tomorrow.